It's been a while. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey, I am Shake. I do vlogs, lifestyle, YouTube videos. So if you're interested, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click that bell to be notified whenever I make a video. Alright, so guys, I got a request from Judith Watson 7923. I'm gonna put it right here. She asked for story time about why you become a teacher and going through teachers college, pros and cons of going into that career. So the title and the thumbnail says it all. This is gonna be a video explaining like a little story time, how I got into teaching, my experience at college, and how it has been, yeah, pros and cons of being a teacher. So if you would like to see all of that, go ahead, you know, subscribe from now, people. Subscribe. I do mostly vlogs, but if you guys do have like videos like these that you want me to sit down and like talk, I will do that. So go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, you know, write some things that you want me to, some videos. It's summertime, it's coming up to summertime. It's not yet summer for me, so it's coming up to summertime, and I would like to know like videos you guys would like to see. So yeah, comment that below. Anyways, without further ado, let us get into this video. Alright guys, so I decided I wanted to do like a story time first. So like how I got into this whole thing. So I wanted to become a teacher from I was like a little girl. I just like the idea of teaching, and then my grandmother from my mother's side, she died. But when I was younger, she wanted to become a teacher so badly, and I told her when I was young that, don't worry yourself, grandma, I'm gonna be your teacher for you. So anyways, I really wanted to become a teacher for myself and also for her. So that's the story time of you know, why I wanted to become a teacher in the first place. For the subject I teach, for those who don't know, I am a high school teacher. I think I should have said that from the front. So I'm a high school teacher. I teach mathematics. So why I decided to teach math is because in high school my favorite subject was maths. So it was only fair that I became a math teacher. So yes, I teach math. I went to Church Teachers College in Mandeville. So I went there, shy bikini, starting out college. Nah, Jesus, I don't even know. I think we chose that one because at the time I realized me say at the time because I don't know which one is most cost effective right now. You'd have to like do your research. If you would like to become a teacher, you'd have to do your research because I think most of the things right now has changed. But anyways, at the time, the college that I went to, Church Teachers College, was the most cost effective, based on the fact that I think the school fee was cheaper, plus housing was way cheaper. The housing was way cheaper. So at the time it was very much the most cost effective one. So let me now share with you guys my experience in teaching practice and all of that. So I went on my first year of teaching practice. All right, I went on your first year. So pretty much all 4 years you go out to schools for my school. The first year, so your first year, we have observation at a school of your choice. So you're asked before you come in, I think it's in the January section there. So before you come in for school, you're given information to go out into a school that is in your area, and you observe a teacher in your subject area. So I went to the school I'm actually teaching right now. I went there and I actually went and observed, and then you have to go back and you have to make your reports and all of that. That wasn't too bad. Then in second year, my first TP, people, my first TP, I was sent to this school that it was, I think it shut down now, a group of schools. So it had basic school, it had all-age school, it had high school. So it had all 3 years at the one school. But we went and we did pair teaching. So then sent out like two people to teach, which I think is a very good idea because, you know, going out on your own for the first would be so terrifying. So we did team teaching and that was not bad. Honestly, the kids weren't the best. They weren't the best behaving, but they weren't the worst. to be honest. I did enjoy sections of it, but after that year of TP, I actually started to wonder if this thing was for me. It is a lot of work. One, when you're on TP, when you're doing teaching in college, it is totally different from when you're teaching in real life. Because one, them teaching practice, we call it them college teaching practice lesson plan where you have to write, it is it is too detailed. You have to put everything to the T. Like people, you can't leave out nothing if you left nothing at the mat. So you do it back over. It was a lot of work. And then when I reach into regular school, it is nothing like that. Like nothing. Maybe it's a 1 day plan, I take all 5 page for do. If I know 6. Anyways, but that's besides the point. So that was my first experience in TP. Then for my 3rd year of TP, they sent me to the school. What's it called? I think it was Winston Jones High School. Never bad. I had some experiences there that also I did not want to continue teaching. It wasn't that it was a bad experience. It's just that me being a shy person, say, one thing I realized about teens or kids overall, they will test you. And if you decide to do teaching and you go into the classroom, you're going to find out this. Kids will test you. They will go the extra mile to test your feet. Okay? So they will test you to see how far they can push you. So I think that actually happened to me. Like them test me, them to say, you know, this lady now do nothing. But the thing is, I'm not the one to shout. I don't like to shout. Like, I have problems with my voice. Like right now you will hear me coughing because the sinus be draining and it's like my throat just get dry, my throat feel like me not talk. Me don't know what I want. But the thing is that I just see, me just can't talk fully. Me don't like the talking. After a while my voice just get tired and I just can't be bothered. And I'm easily annoyed. So I think that was one thing that caused me to not want to continue teaching. So yeah, my 3rd year made it even worse. Then touch my 4th year, people. The people them send me go weird. Remember, my school is in Mandeville. And for most of the persons that were in my batch, they try to put them at places that near to where they are. So depending if they want to stay home, a family yard and then go on TP. Now, me live where Clarendon, so I never expect nobody, if you say nobody open my hills of Clarendon. Never expect that. Anyways. Then say me go way down on Magati, which is in St. Elizabeth. So you pass Santa Cruz, go way down. Go Magati High. Guys. And they work on shift. And tell me why these people decided to put me on the first shift. I don't know how early I had to get up in the mornings. And it is a long journey. It's not something, and like, I didn't want near place, because if it was near, it would be not so bad for the what do you call it? For the morning shift. It was far and I had to take taxi there. When I walk on the road, it literally dark. You can't still see my man still asleep. That was how early it was. And anyways, I went to that school. It was honestly not bad. But as I said, my same issue. You had kids there that were testing you. And I think my 3 years of TP was preparing me for the school that I teach now. Because from a start teach, it's the same kind of pity them. So it's like TP never give me no little sugar coating for say, you know, it's not nice in the classroom. It's not nice. It's not nice. It's not a bread buttered, well buttered. It's not a ice cream cone with sprinkles on top. No. It is rough. I am not going to sit here and tell you who is trying to go into teaching that it is going to be nice. You're going to have kids that are not nice. You're going to have the nice ones. Don't get me wrong. You have the nice ones, but you're going to have someone test your feet. Make you all lift up a deck and lift them over. And yeah. But anyways, that was my experience with my TP and all of that. College experience and all of that. So yeah. So yes. Now, starting working, I became... like, because I came out of college with all of that experience and not wanting again to teach, it's like it was so hard for me to accept the fact that me have to just stand at this, because there was no way I was gonna finish 4 whole years of college and not make back my money out of that. Like, me couldn't do that. So I started teaching in 2016. And so that's with what, 6 years now? Yeah, 6 years of teaching. Can you believe that? Yeah, so I started 2016 at the same school I'm at. One thing I'm glad for is that when I went to that school, them never baby you, and I also had persons there that helped me in the system. So you see, if you have somebody will come in your school that is new, so for teachers out there, we just talk to you. I know this probably is not the video for you because you're already a teacher, you don't really want to know about this. But if you have persons coming into your school and they're new, talk to them, help them out, show them the ropes, because you see, as a new teacher, it is rough. Think about when you did new. And if you're new going into a school, try and get close or seek assistance from those who are already there for a time, so that, you know, it makes your work easier. It makes your time there easier, you know, because experience teaches wisdom. All right, so now I'm going to be listing out the pros and the cons of being a teacher. So right, I wrote some down because I didn't want to like mix them up whenever I want to repeat. I didn't want to give any wrong information. So anyways, I wrote down my pros and my cons right here. So I'm for good first, pros or cons. I think I want to give it the cons first and leave the positives for last. So the cons of being a teacher. One, with today's kids, the classroom management can be rough. Now, today's them disrespectful bad. They are rude, and that is not only it. You know, you can be disrespectful and rude and still do work. Not these kids. So you know, you could be able to work on them. Not these kids. Not some of these kids, I should say. It's not all of them. What they do nowadays, you see them song they with them make. Go back at the class, nana subject foolishness, dunks and whatnot foolishness. These are mashing up our kids, because nowadays, think about it. When you were a kid, if somebody call you dunks, you don't start bad? You don't feel bad? Yeah. Nowadays, the pitney themselves call themselves dunks. I don't know what the song says, but what they pick out of the songs, it's total rubbish. Rubbish. And it a mash up with society, because people don't want to learn anymore. So teaching right now becomes very hard because kids do not want to learn. The next one is that we can't cover monthly expenses. Like, it can't cover what you need. Well, sometimes it can't cover what you need. Definitely can't cover what you want, because things that you want cannot be covered by this pay. But anyways, it cannot be covered. It cannot cover your monthly expenses, because I am a single person. I don't have any kids. I have my parents. Yes, I live with my parents, so I don't really need to be paying like rent and something. So you can imagine like a person where pay rent, them have pitney for a single school plus themselves, because my fear, I don't know about food, but my fear, and I live a short distance to my school. Get me, I say, so like all somebody would need to take like a 2 taxi where come to like all $500 for just go for the entire day, $1,000 that. That is a lot for the entire week. Like, I will leave my money there for the entire week. So it doesn't really cover, and that is one of the cons, because for the amount of work that teachers have to do, it's really not enough. The workload that ministry gives is ridiculous. Like, you have so many requirements that you're required to do, and on top of teaching, you have additional, what do you call those, duties. So like, if you're a form teacher, that's an additional duty. Clubs, that's an additional duty, and you're not getting extra pay for these. All right, so the pros, so those are the cons I have. If you have any, if you're a teacher and you have any more cons, comment them down below, because I would like to know. I would really like to know what you think are some of the cons. But those are the ones I thought of. So yeah, next we have the pros. So I said, even though the pay is not much, it's a steady monthly pay. So you know, some persons may have like a weekly job, and if they miss a day, them cut pay out of the money. As a teacher, if you miss a day and you can account for that day, it will not be deducted from your pay. Next pro is that it's for the holidays, and I think this is why most persons go into teaching, for the holiday. So you know, we get most of the times we get half of the holidays that the kids also get, because they are supposed to get holidays. So we normally get the holidays. So like the Christmas, you know, them get a, so if say them get a 2 weeks, we get like a 1.5 week, which is good. For the summer, them get a 2 full months, we get a 1 month. Because when I think about it, we are let out in July, right? And then we have to mark papers because exams are normally at the end, so I have to mark papers, then put on grades for the reports to be generated, and then early in August you have to start coming back in to start preparing back for school. You have to have meetings. So when you think about it, it's like a month we don't get a 2 months. And next thing, the end results when you teach your kids and they learn is a very good feeling. So knowing that your kids are learning, it's good, you know, because when they're not learning, you feel down, you feel discouraged and all of that. So when they're learning, it feels good. And then my final pro is that teaching creates bonds that can last for a lifetime. It is a beautiful thing. Now I enjoy, you know, sometimes sitting down and talking to my high schoolers. Some of them they really do want somebody to talk to. I'm not the talkative type, but just standing there and listening to them, it means a lot for them. All right, so I might not be able to give them the advice that I would want to give them because I'm not good at talking, but you know, it creates the bond, and I love that. So yes, that's my little 2 cents on teaching, especially teaching in Jamaica, because that's where I teach. I don't really know much about teaching abroad, but yes, that's my 2 cents of teaching. So I hope you guys got what you wanted from this video. Again, if you have any more video ideas that you want me to do, comment them down below. I'll try my best. I'm getting more freer because of the summer, so I might be able to do more sit down videos like this. So if you want me to do a video, let me know in the comments down below. All right, so thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.